Now children, we will discuss that how metals and non-metals react together and which type of product is formed by the combination of metals and non-metals. When metals react with non-metals, they form the compound and that compound is called ionic compound. And when non-metals react with another non-metal, then it forms covalent compound. Ionic compound means this compound is formed by the transfer of electrons between two metals and non-metals. And covalent compounds are formed when the two non-metals are shared their electron pair, either 1, 2 or 3 electron pairs. So before we starting to discuss the metals and non-metals react with each other and non-metals react with another non-metals, we will discuss first the inertness of noble gases. I told you few elements are very stable. They do not react with the other elements because they contain 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost shell. So these are called noble gases. What noble means? Not react with other elements. So noble gases are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. Now we will discuss with their electron arrangement. See here, helium, atomic number of helium is 2. This 2 electron of helium will present in K cell because the capacity of K cell is maximum 2 electrons. Similarly, neon, atomic number of neon is 10. Electronic configuration or electronic arrangement is 2 and 8. 8 electrons present in N cell and 2 is present in K cell. Similarly, argon atomic number is 18. Their electronic configuration is 2, 8, 8. Krypton atomic number 36 means it contains 36 electrons and these 36 electrons are distributed in different cells as 2, 8, 18 and 8. N cell contains 8 electrons. This outermost cell is called valence shell. Now in case of xenon, atomic number of xenon is 54 and electronic configuration 2, 8, 18, 18, 8 means in last cell how many electrons are present in O cell? It is 8. And in last noble gas, that is radon, its atomic number is 86 and electronic arrangement is 2, 8, 18, 32, 18, 8. Now one thing is common in these all elements, that is in case of neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon, they all contains 8 electrons in their outermost cell. Outermost cell means valence shell. And except helium. Helium only contains 2 electrons in the K cell. So if any elements contain 8 electrons in their outermost cell, they are stable. They do not react with other elements. There is no need to react with other elements because it is stable. And we know that in this world, everything wants to become stable. To acquire the stability, every element want to achieve the 8 electrons in their last cell. And for that, they combined with other elements. And to gain or to lose electron and to share electron and complete 8 electrons in their last cell. Now one exception is here, that is helium. Helium contains only 2 electrons and it fulfills the first K shell completely. Therefore, it also behaves as a inert gas, noble gas and do not need to react with other elements. It means from this we conclude that every elements follow the octet theory. What is octet theory? Octet theory said that every element wants to 8 electrons in their valence shell and becomes stable. For that, metals and non-metals combined with each other and form ionic compound. But metals and metals one metal do not combine with another metal, while two different nonmetals combine by the sharing of electrons and they form covalent compound. Now we will discuss about ions. When metals lose or gain electron, to acquire the octet electron, for that if they lose electron, they becomes positively charged particles and they are called cations. And when they gain electrons, they become negatively charged. Why they become positively and negatively charged? With the example we can understand, like sodium. Atomic number of sodium is 11. Electronic arrangement in the different shell is 2, 8 and 1. Now see here, one electron is present in their valence shell. So if sodium lose this one electron, then it achieves the electronic configuration 2 and 8 by losing one electron. When this 2 and 8 is the electronic configuration of inert gas neon. So it becomes stable. And when this sodium lose one electron, then we know that every atom is neutral. It carry equal number of electrons and equal number of protons. So the amount of negative charge and amount of positive charge becomes equal. They balance each other and neutralize and make atom electrically neutral. But when sodium lose one electron, then the amount of positive charge become more. So it becomes positively charged. And by this way, sodium lose one electron and becomes carry one positive charge. If any atom lose two electrons, then it carry two positive charge, like magnesium. Atomic number is 12. Electronic configuration is 282. Now it has two electrons in their valence shell. So for acquiring the 8 electrons in their last cell, it loses 2 electrons, and when it loses 2 electrons, it carry 2 positive charges. And these positive charge particles are called cation. So I hope it is clear that why electrons, when loses electron, it becomes positively charged, because electrons carry negative charge. So when it loses electron, the amount of negative charge is left as compared to the positive charge, therefore it carry positive charge. Now children, we have the third example, like aluminium. Atomic number is 13 and atomic electronic configuration is 283. So 3 valence electron is present in case of aluminium. That's why it loses 3 electrons, and when aluminium loses 3 electrons, it carry 3 positive charges. By this way, cations are formed. This Na plus is the cation, Mg2 plus is cation, Al3 plus is cation. Children, mostly metals are cations because they have the tendency to lose electron. They contain 1, 2 or 3 electrons in their outermost shell. So by this, by losing that valence electron, they becomes cations. And nonmetals which contain 4, 5, 6 and 7 electrons in their valence shell, they have the tendency to gain electron to achieve the 8 electrons in their outermost shell. So with the example, we will discuss that how anions are formed, and anions are the negatively charged ion, like chlorine. Chlorine, atomic number of chlorine is 17. Electronic configuration is 287. Now in case of chlorine, it contains 7 electrons in their outermost shell. It needs 1 electron from other elements to achieve the electronic configuration, like 2, 8 and 8. And this is the electronic configuration of argon, which is an inert gas and becomes stable. So when chlorine gain 1 electron, it carry 1 negative charge, and this chlorine negative charge atom is called anion. Why this carry negative charge? because we know that electron carry negatively charge, so that when chlorine atom which have the equal number of positive or negative charge, and one more electron is it gain, the amount of negative charge will be more. That's why it contains negative charge and becomes anion. Similarly, nitrogen, atomic number of nitrogen is 7, electronic configuration is 2 and 5. 5 electrons, this is the valence electron. So how it acquire the octet electron? By gaining, because it is difficult to lose 5 electrons, while it is easy or to need the less amount of energy to gain 3 electrons to complete 8 electrons in their outermost cell. Therefore, nitrogen gain 3 electrons. When nitrogen gain 3 electrons, it carry 3 negative charge. This nitrogen 3 negative charged atom is called anion, nitride ion. This is called chloride ion, and they all are anions. By this way, cations and anions are formed. And these cations and anions are used when the metals and non-metals combine together. They transfer their electrons, valence electrons, with each other and to form the compound. So that type of compound is called ionic compound. This we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.